Now, let's take you back to one of our top stories this afternoon. It's about the physical search for 6-year-old Khayalethu Magadla being called off by emergency services. It's now been 15 days since the little boy fell down a manhole in Dlamini, Soweto. So what does this mean for the entirety of the search? Robert Mulaudzi from the Johannesburg Emergency Services joining us now this hour to unpack this. Good afternoon, Robert. Thank you very much for your time. The decision not to carry on with the physical search, what does it mean? Is the search going to continue in other forms?
Thank you very much, Tate Moyan, and good afternoon to the viewers. Let's make me correct the issue of that the search has not yet been stopped. What we have said is that we have completed the physical operation. We have covered the 13-kilometer distance from where the incident occurred up until the split chamber. We also covered all the 25 manholes along that pipeline. So what is happening now is that we have handed over to our colleagues from Joburg Water to continue from the split chamber towards the main plant. At the main plant, they are, in some instances, we do have some pipeline which can be explored, and also there are also most of the system can also be able to detect anything which is happening along that waste treatment plant. So at this stage, our colleagues from Johannesburg Water are continuing with the search at in the main plant. So as and when they feel that there are areas which can be explored, for instance, if there is a pipeline which needs our assistance, they are able to activate us to be able to see whether we cannot be able to explore that area which they want us to explore. So it's not correct to say that the search has been stopped, Tate Moya.
Okay, so it's not correct to say the search has been stopped. What has happened is that you, as the emergency services, have completed the physical search. The water colleagues are continuing with the search.
Yes, they are continuing to work at the treatment plant. Remember that Moyani, everything which goes into the pipeline is supposed to end at the water treatment plant. So I will say now we are at the last stage of the search, where in most of the times it will not now and then need us to be there, and then sometimes we are not needed. So it depends on our colleagues from Joburg Water whether there's a need for us to be there physically. So maybe our media colleagues, as and when they don't see us around the area, they think that the search has been stopped, whereas it's not correct. The search is still continuing at the waste treatment plant.
Okay, so just to understand, you spent nearly 2 weeks underground, going through various water pipelines, going as far as El Dorado Park and Lenasia, all over that radius, underground. That physical part underground has now been completed. The focus now for the search of Khayalethu Magadla is at the waste treatment plant.
Correct, because the reason why we decided to start from where the incident occurred, we wanted to eliminate any doubt that along the pipeline, maybe he might be stuck somewhere along the pipeline. So we wanted to eliminate that doubt so that we can only focus at the waste treatment plant, knowing that along the pipeline, we have cleared everything. There's a flow along the pipeline. There is no any obstruction along the pipeline. Hence, we decided that we requested our colleagues from Johannesburg Water to isolate some of the lines, and then other residents did manage to not to have water while we were busy physically working along the pipeline, so that we eliminate any doubt about maybe his whereabouts along the pipeline. So now that we are satisfied that along the pipeline we have managed to cover and the flow is okay, there's no obstruction, we are focusing at the waste treatment plant.
Okay, so that answer tells me that Khayalethu cannot be found anywhere underground along the pipeline that you guys have completed, kilometers and kilometers of that pipeline. It's clear he has not been located underground.
Correct.
So the search then at the waste treatment plant, where is that waste treatment plant?
The waste treatment plant is in an area called Oliphant's Flay, but I will say generally it's in El Dorado Park.
Okay.
That area is just in, it's outside the El Dorado Park.
Okay, near El Dorado Park, Oliphant's Flay, and the people
Yes.
who are working there are the people from Joburg Water.
Yes, they are our colleagues from Johannesburg Water who are looking after that treatment plant. So there is continuous communication which we have from ourselves and them. So as and when they feel that, hey, this area, it needs to be explored, we explore it. If, let's say, it's a pipeline which can be physically explored, that's what we do. What is going to happen.
Okay, so would I be correct then to say 2 weeks after he fell down into that manhole in Dlamini in Soweto, the little boy, Khayalethu Magadla, is nowhere to be found underground in a very big area of the pipelines, and the search is now moved to focus at the Oliphant's Flay water treatment plant near El Dorado Park?
Correct. That's correct.
So there's no more search underground. So what does this mean? I mean, you are an emergency services expert. You've done 2 weeks underground.
Yes.
You can't locate him at all. The Joburg City Water guys are now busy at the treatment plant. What does it mean? What's your assessment, Robert? What's your honest view now?
No, our honest view is that we have managed to cover that area, to eliminate any doubt, and also maybe our capabilities as the City of Johannesburg Emergency Services. Maybe if we didn't go down, maybe our residents were not going to have confidence in us to say that we are capable of rendering these effective emergency services. So I think now that we have covered that area, physically working underground, we have brought some confidence in terms of our residents. They can be able to rely on the service which we are rendering. And also, we also eliminated doubt about our search operation, which we have been doing from Dlamini, where the incident occurred. So we're still hopeful, Ntate Moyane, that we might still be able to locate the young boy at the waste treatment plant, if indeed he did fell into the pipeline, because this is where everything which is flowing along the pipeline is supposed to come to an end, Ntate Moyane.
Okay, how many kilometers are we talking about? Very quickly before I let you go, plus minus, how many kilometers were covered underground?
The distance is about 13 kilometers from where the incident occurred. And then we managed to cover about 25 manholes along that pipeline.
Okay.
You need to understand that the area is actually a 3-in-1, because it's actually a hazardous material incident. It's actually a confined space incident. It's actually a water. It needs rescuers who are skilled in terms of aquatic rescue. So we managed to call on all those skills to be able to effectively respond to this incident. So we're still hopeful that we will be able to assist the Magadla family to be able to find closure.
So all those 3 ways leading to one main pipe end up at the Oliphant's Flay water treatment plant, where the Joburg City Water is now focused. Finally, what have you told his parents? What have you told his father?
From the day the incident occurred, we have been keeping in touch with it. We actually will go and visit them, mostly in the afternoon when we have completed the search for the day, to brief them about the update, what is happening on the ground. So we did brief them. They are looking forward to for good news, for us to tell them good news that we have managed to recover the young boy. And we also reassured them that we will do our best to make sure that we recover the young boy.
So you will not stop until you recover Khayalethu Magadla?
That's correct.
Thank you very much. That's Robert Mulaudzi speaking on behalf of the Emergency Services of Johannesburg. Just a correction. In my introduction, I said they have now stopped the physical search. He says no. They have completed the physical search of these maze of pipelines, with the main one leading to a place known as the Oliphant's Flay wastewater treatment plant near El Dorado Park in the southern part of Johannesburg. So